Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. For the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For the viewers, thank you for clicking this video. So in today's video guys, I am going to be breaking down how to read market structure like a professional. Alright, so in my ebook guys, I actually explained to you how the market moves, right? So my strategy basically is the ICC concept, right? So indication, correction, continuation. And as you can see guys, the indication stands for the white line, the correction is the red line, and then the continuation is the green line. And as you can see, price basically repeats itself. Now, when it comes to actually reading the market, guys, you have to understand these points. Now, when it comes to an uptrend, right, an uptrend, you have to understand the lows, right? So these points right here. If you can understand these points, then you are basically going to be profitable real quick, right? So these points, in the case of an option, is called the low, right? And now, how do we determine a low? We determine a low, guys, based on this right here, right? So we determine a low based on the fact that price has at least two solid back-to-back sell candles, right? In the case of an uptrend. So what do I mean by this? It basically means, guys, if price is an uptrend right now, if I told you to mark the lows in this chart, the lows here is basically just this one here and this one here, and then this one, and then this one. Why? Because you can notice that price has at least two back-to-back sell candles, right? So these cannot be considered a low because it has only one sell candle, right? This cannot be considered a low because it has only one sell candle. Now, in the case of an option, right, now you understand that the lows in an uptrend. Now you have to understand what a reversal is and how a reversal happens, right? So a reversal happens basically when price breaks the previous low in the case of an uptrend, right? So in this specific example I have in my ebook, right, if we zoom in, you can see that price literally was creating higher highs and higher lows, right? And then these are the lows. These are the lows right here, boom. These are the lows. Now for a trend to change from these buys, right, to sells, price needs to break the previous low. Do you understand? Right? So again guys, to tie everything down, right, a low needs to have at least two sell candles, right? So go back to this. A low, right, in the case of an uptrend, needs to have at least two sell candles back to back. Now the change of the trend from buys to sells, for that to happen, price needs to break the previous low. Do you understand? When price breaks and closes below the previous low, then that is a sign that price is in the bearish phase or has changed trend, and then now anticipate a retracement and then a sell to continue the trend, right? So it's basically very simple, right? So in terms of the chart, you could go to the chart right now, right? So when price right now, price is buying, as you can see. Actually, we can actually even use this specific example here, right? So price here in this, from here right to here, this is what I'm talking about, right? So notice guys, price was actually in a downtrend from here, right? It was actually going down here. Now this was the previous high that price needs to break for the trend to change from sells to buys, and as you can see, price ended up closing above it with this candle here. So this candle closed right above this high. That means the trend has changed from sells to buys. Now once that happened guys, we're anticipating basically something like this, right? Now in this case, price did not do that. Price simply just literally used just one move, right, to just go up. But guess what guys, guess what, when price created like this mini low here, it now bought up and then created an actual low, right? And the reason I'm saying it's an actual low is because, guys, like I told you, a low has to have at least two sell candles. So in this case here, price has at least two sell candles, right? When price created these two sell candles, then this candle here now closed above the high, right? So boom, it closed above the high. If I zoom in very well, you can clearly see that this bullish candle here closed above all these candles here in terms of the body close, as you can see. So what that basically means is this right here, right, this right here, right, is basically this, right? So this high is this candlestick pattern here. So let me just actually do this, boom, and then delete this, right? So basically this right here is this, right? So this high is this bullish candle here, right? And then this high here is this candle here. You get it? And then this low is now this low here, if you get what I'm trying to say. So the point is, guys, whenever you're looking for a reversal, price needs to what? Break the previous low. So in this case here, this was the previous low here, boom. And as you can see, price broke it, right? So you see how we're literally reading structure right now, right? So when price broke this, already you know in my system, right, in the ICC concept system, right, a reversal basically means price breaking and closing below the previous low. So in this case here, price broke and closed below the previous low. Once this happened, then we are anticipating sells, basically. And as you can see, price came retraced to that level or that area of interest. So in this case here, guys, if I was to mark this up real quick, this would be an area of interest right here, boom. As you can see, boom. And notice how when price broke the previous low, it retraced and now gave this shooting star entry, and then you'd have entered right there, boom. And then you can easily get a 1 to 2 risk to reward, or 1 to 4 depending on what the game is. But as you can see, this is basically how you read market structure, right? Again, guys, this is when price is an uptrend. Now in a downtrend, it's basically the same thing too, right? So in a downtrend, guys, you have to understand that in a downtrend, when it comes to a downtrend, right, so like this going down, right, price needs to break the previous high, and this right here is the high, and a high is valid when it has at least 2 buy candles in the case of a downtrend. If it's an uptrend, price needs to have at least 2 sell candles, right? So if I go back to my chart, you're going to see, right, that right now as we speak right now, guys, price was in a sell trend, right? Now we can actually read this market. So price was in a sell trend up until here, right? Price created a low here. Now this low was created by this high right here, right? Why? Because it has at least 2 buy candles in the case of a downtrend. So it had at least 2 buy candles, this candle here and then this candle here. This is what created that arc, right? So you see how price moves down like this, moves down like this. So this arc needs to have at least 2 buy candles, or we could call it a high, right? It just depends on what language you use, but at the end of the day, you have to understand the concept, right? So the point is, price came and now closed above this high, where with this candle right here, right? So again, price was creating lower lows and lower highs. So something like this, came down, came up, and then this was the high right there, right? So this was the high that price created. So boom, it was the high like this, boom, boom, then created a low, right? And then this was basically noise, but this candle right here, this one, right, now broke above and closed below, which makes it a change of trend. So when that happens, then guess what? If I zoom in, boom, as you can see, previous high, boom, break, retest, continue that trend. As you can see, same thing happened here. Price came, right? It came, created a high, it came, created a high, and then created a low, and then broke past it there. Once it broke past it, wait for the retest, and then you find your entry. As you can see, this is going to be your first entry right here, right? But notice how price took you out here, right? You can't really stop that. But guess what? This was an entry again, and as you can see, you could have clearly entered here, right? And then stop loss maybe either here, or you could use this candle to now put your stop loss here, right? So your entry would have actually come from this candle here, or this candle, or this candle, whichever one. But the point is, your entry would have come from here. Now guess what? Where we are right now, price literally created a high. Since we're in an uptrend, right? In an uptrend, price needs to break the previous low. So price has created a high, and right now, as you can see, it's literally consolidating around this. So what we're waiting for is for price to literally do this, go up, and then close below the previous low. Once it closes below the previous low, guys, we're anticipating this right here. Boom, sells. You see how we're actually reading market structure, guys? So this is basically how you read market structure like a professional, guys. Obviously, you know, how we read this, you know, sometimes it doesn't work in the sense of, I could show you an example, maybe somewhere here, boom. So if you notice, guys, boom, price was creating higher highs and higher lows, as you can see, boom, right? Creating higher highs and higher lows like this. Price came, broke below the previous low. So we were anticipating a sell trend, but as you can see, price continued to buy up. Why? Because maybe about one penny price actually reacted from like a daily area of interest, but we can also like anticipate like a reversal too, right? Based on the, you know, reversal patterns I have on my ebook right here, right? So price actually gave us like a shooting star pattern, and as you can see, boom, price gave us that shooting star pattern here and it reversed, right? But the point is, guys, you need to use this system to know how to read the market, right? Because this system, guys, is like nobody does this. If you mean nobody does this, like nobody literally teaches this system, right? Because at the end of the day, guys, like it's so confusing to know how to read market structure. You don't know where you are and stuff like that. And you can see, guys, like I was not even doubting myself for the buys here. Why? Because price literally changed trend, right? Broke this previous high, break, retest, and as you can see, it's going up, right? So I'm not even scared that price was going to actually going to sell in this area here. Although it did take me out, it's cool. But notice it came back up and now it's continuing the trend, right? So right now, guys, with GJ, price has reached an area of interest right here. Boom, as you can see. I'm currently in a sell. Why? Because price actually gave me this entry here as a reversal. So hopefully price can, you know, follow through with this reversal and then break below the previous low, which is this low right here, as you can see. So notice how price is literally just dangling and just, you know, consolidating around this area. Price has still not broken below this. We have about 4 minutes, but let's see how price does. But if price can close below this body right here, then we can anticipate something like this. It buys up, sells, boom, breaks below, and then this basically happens, right? Sell down or whatever. So this is basically how you read market structure like a pro. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys gained a lot from this. I will see you guys in a different video. Peace.